Hey guys, welcome to the dedication. I know my first episode was everywhere. I was so eager to get out there. I'm very much so living in this energy where I just want to contribute. I just want to be bigger than myself. I know I have things to give only because, and I'm going to talk about this, is, no one looks at me as humble, but I'm a constant student. I'm constantly talking about how flawed I am, you know what I mean? Or taken to those who I aspire to be like. I have plenty of mentors, and coaches. And if you're a coach, I'll talk to you about all types of things, right? And so with that, I just wanted to start this channel. And today we're going to be talking more about defining your path. And I know that first video, I just started throwing things in there. Fatherhood videos, like me camping out with the kids because, I aspire to be a great father. You know what I mean? That's part of my legacy. Part of my path is built by making sure I check those non-negotiables with the boys. You know what I mean? And one thing that's helped me with this, because I'm here to help you. I'm here to build this culture of what it looks like to be dedicated to being something bigger than yourself. If you're a dude, something you could check out is the Iron Council. They in no way endorse me. However, that is a super duper men's group that gives you incredible plugs. And I'm going to constantly reference that group through other episodes just because of the tools that it gave me to walk away with that I still use today. So let's talk about that first video a little bit. I was talking about being something bigger than yourself because, I just feel like anybody in America, you could die or you could go to prison today. And what would be left of you? Like if you're working a job, fine. But if you don't have a career, if you haven't contributed to a community or an industry, what's left of your works? You know what I'm saying? Like what's left of your works. And so I'm pro find works, something that you can work on through the remainder of your life to contribute. You know what I mean? It's part of your legacy. It's part of your legacy. And so what is your life's purpose? Like what is something that you could pour into? How will you be remembered? What difference did your life make? Who more will you be remembered by than just your family? These are questions that I sit with and things that I think about. And this is one of the reasons why this work and other works, like if you check out the Aviation Maintenance Podcast, I'll drop it in. It's a creative aviation maintenance education work that I've had going on for a while. And I'm pro find work, find a hobby. So if you need a support group, if you're a guy, I'm sorry ladies, I don't have anything to plug in right now, but if you're a guy, check out the Iron Council. If you are looking to do something tough with your life, of course, that first video you saw a little bit of, I just threw jiu-jitsu in there because jiu-jitsu is a huge part of my culture. And the things that got me into jiu-jitsu were Jocko. It was also hearing Order of Man podcast. It was also I think it was primarily those two things, and just knowing that it was cool and it had things to give, like seeing it on UFC and whatnot. I've been doing a little over 4+ years, and it's a key part of my culture. My kids have been doing boxing and jiu-jitsu for 2 years too. They've gotten their gray and white belts recently. They've both done 2 or 3 tournaments in a new breed. And so I'll be putting this stuff up here. I got a tournament coming up Saturday, you guys, the Atlanta IBJJF Open. That should be pretty fun. It's gonna be my 3rd belt as a purple belt. It's gonna be my 27th tournament in a row, like in a month, and my goal is 36 months. And that's just because I know that when you put yourself through a tough trial, you will emerge on the other side stronger. And that's what it's all about, you guys. I mean, for me, that's what it's all about for me. And so that's what that path is. And this is something that I'm going to be talking about a lot. Is the path is, choosing daily non-negotiables, things that are hard, they're going to get you where you want to be. So make sure you guys check out all of my jiu-jitsu rolls, like the tournaments, are on this channel, so you could just go check those out. So defining that path, what does that look like daily? Something that helped me out a huge deal was reading 10 pages a day, non-negotiable. And I actually picked this up from, who did I pick this up from? I picked this up from the Iron Council. I picked it up from hearing other guys what their daily non-negotiables were. Somebody's was reading 10 pages a day, nonfiction. So I started to do that. And so 3 books that helped me level up in my 20s, I mean, that just impacted my mental a great deal, are Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I know that that's a bit of a buzzy book. If you listen to the podcast, like the original one with Napoleon Hill himself as a lecturer, it's fire. It's absolutely fire. Mental Toughness, Harvard Business Review's Mental Toughness. I got that right here. Okay. And also Sovereignty by Ryan Michler, which I actually remember, again, I would listen to the podcast at work, and then I would go, or the audiobook at the Audible at work, and then I would go home and I would read those same pages in the book, and I'd make notes in them. And I've actually, I've cussed Mr. Michler out reading Sovereignty. It made me upset, and I knew when it made me upset, it was doing something for me. So check out Iron Council, check out the books, check out Harvard Business Reviews Mental Toughness. That book is excellent. Talks about mental flexibility. Talks about some of the traits that some of the world's best leaders have in common. I'll plug those in as well. I'm going to try to be a little more intentional about the episodes. And if I could say one thing, if you get any value out of this video, I want you to understand that having a hobby is really, truly important. It's really, truly important. You cannot just, in my humble opinion, based on everything that I've read and studied, you cannot just go work home. Like, okay, if you have roles like being a parent, you can be a more intentional parent, right? So you can take care of home, you can take care of your job, and you can do stuff with your kids, but you have to do something more than that. You are a builder. You are a builder. And whether that's a hobby and that enjoyment factor and that adds to your life and fulfills your role here on earth, or whether you choose to volunteer and, commit to some great work, but you need to work something that you get fulfillment out of. And I'm like, chase after that thing, and it doesn't have to be one thing throughout your whole life. It could be, I talked about my jiu-jitsu commitment goal. Then I got a piano. I want to learn how to play pianos and guitars. So I'm going to do that for a few years, And then as you do those things, you have more and more skills and tools to contribute to the community and everyone around you. You can help. You can truly be of service. And you feel more fulfilled when you help. Or at least I do. All right, you guys. This is episode 2, Defining Your Path. Peace.